Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing today? Here we are, I.O.W. Sports, episode 169. It's your boy Juan Soto. I'm solo today. I think the big homie Nick Shine is out there playing hooky. He gotta, get them uh get them pimples popped on his derriere. He go see Dr. Pimple Popper. So I think he's occupied. Detroit Mel unfortunately has came down with a bad case of the clap. So he's unavailable. Yeah, that boy got a whole round of applause going. Give it up for Detroit Mel. No. Detroit Mel. He came down with a case of the COVID, tested positive, said not feeling too well. So I'm not gonna hold old boy. I'm not gonna hold old boy at all. But no, we do got a good lineup set for today. Uh, you know, uh, we definitely are going to continue our whole you know go through the whole NFL divisions. We're starting the NFC East this week. Today, we're going to hit up the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Yes, Washington Commanders. Commanders. Got to be respectful. Whatever. But no, we'll have a guest. He's a good friend of the show, Matthew J to the ACKO. He's going to join us. Y'all see him in the comments all the time. One of our faithful listeners, but since he is a New York Giants fan, he will definitely be in the building. Anthony Price, if you're out there, you can always join the show when we talk about your Commanders. I'm throwing the invite out there, so you just let me know, and I'll send you the link, my brother. I will send you the link so we can get it popping. All right, but no, we'll get into our NFL division part of the show later on. Of course, there's a lot to talk about. Contracts, people turning down money. Tonight we got the home run derby. You dig? We got All-Star game tomorrow night. I mean, we got a lot going on. A lot going on. So look, y'all know the deal. Y'all going over to the website. I'm sorry, not the website. Y'all going over to YouTube. All right. I.O.W. Sports Network is our YouTube page address. So I.O.W. Sports Network. Please spread the word. Like, share, hit that subscribe button. We need those subscriptions going up, y'all. So please, if you haven't already, if you are a viewer of the show and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go on over to I.O.W. Sports Network, hit the subscription button, hit that bell notification. It gives you alerts every time we drop content, and spread the word. Let's get those subscriptions up, y'all. Please. We are putting in mad crazy work to give you guys great sports content. So we would appreciate the subscription or the subscribe, and spread the word. Word of mouth is key. Word of mouth is crazy. Word of mouth can do a lot of good for you, especially if you got a small business or something like that, something like we do podcast. Word of mouth is great. But no, going on the I.O.W. Sports Network at YouTube. That's where all our content is held. We just dropped one short for our AFC South last week that we did over the Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars. But definitely go ahead and give us a like, share, and follow on that. You can always catch us on Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network, the same address. You dig? Going over to Twitter, you can find us on Twitter as well, I.O.W. Sports 1. I.O.W. Sports 1 is the address on Twitter. And most importantly, you guys can always go on over to Facebook, I.O.W. Sports Network. That's the page for you guys. Yes, you guys in particular, because it is a public forum for all you guys to come in, drop your funny memes. You feel me? Drop your funny memes. Get everybody laughing on some good sports memes. Drop a take that you've been thinking about. Sometimes it can be something that most agree on. Sometimes it be something that people disagree on. But regardless, we respect your opinion, and that's the form to do it. long as you're being respectable about it, not being offensive, hey, that's where you come drop your very all your various sports takes. And we emphasize big time on the network part on our name, I.O.W Sports Network. So if you have a sports podcast, regular podcast, and most importantly, a small business, you got a small business, let people know the goods and service you got. You got a podcast, sports podcast, drop your content so people know who you are. We got various people that drop their content on our page in Facebook, and it's for that purpose, to spread the love. Big enough pie for everyone. All right? Let's jump in the comments. Who we got in the building with us today? Yeah, what's up, Matt? Yes, Matt. That's the Matt. You know, that's Matt J to the ACKO, the big Giants fan. He will be joining us in a second when we go over the NFC East. So we'll be doing that. Anthony Price, there you are. There you are, brother. I sent out the invitation. You just let me know, bro. You let me know if you still want to come on the show when we talk about your Washington Commanders. Because ain't nobody going to know about your Commanders better than you. So you let me know if you want to come on the show. You know, I'll send you the link. Gives you an opportunity to make sure that things are talked good about your squad. Because by the looks of it, ain't too much to be proud of to be a Commanders fan. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But if you feel the need that you want to, you know, protect your squad, you know, rep for your squad, you let me know. We'll be doing that in about an hour or so. He said, I'll come on when the season starts. All right, Anthony. I'll let you live, dog. I'll let you live. I'll let you live, Playboy. I'll let you live. But no, all right. Let's get into it, y'all. All-Star game tomorrow night. Home Run Derby is tonight. So it's a lot of baseball talk going on. Tim, what's up? Tim's in the building. What's up, Tim? Yeah, we're gonna have a good show today. My man Anthony, he ain't trying to, you know, show too much face about his sorry ass Commanders right now. He said he gonna wait till the season. But no. Yeah, I got you, Matt. Matt'll be ready to jump on when he gets home in a second. But so check this out, y'all. But PFF have the second best defensive line in the NFL under the Rams. Hey, I like it. I like it. But you need a bounce back year. I'll say that. You definitely need a bounce back year because what you did 2 years ago in the playoff against Tampa Bay and what you did last year definitely came way under what everybody expected for Washington to do. But we'll discuss that a little later on. But today is some baseball going on. Home Run Derby. What is everybody's fondest memory of the Home Run Derby? Huh? One of my fondest memories was Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Was the first guy to win three home run derbies with the purest swing of them all. I mean, first of all, let's talk about Ken Griffey's swing. Ken Griffey Jr. has one of the most prettiest baseball swings I've ever seen in my life. It was so smooth and just oh my gosh, just the arc on it. I mean, you can't beat Ken Griffey swing. Good luck trying to fight. There he is. I'm proud of you. Hey, I like Kanye too, but let's turn it down so the audience can hear you.
The phone was on Pandora. I'm sorry. When I hung up the phone call, it kicked back in.
Yeah, can't tell me nothing.
Down. Why don't you pipe down over there?
Yeah,
getting all chirpy. Getting all chirpy.
What's up, bro?
The chlamydia out of your ass.
No, that's Mel. That's Mel. He's got the chlamydia.
Casting couch, baby. If he got it, you got it, bro.
Nah, I ain't been on that couch. I ain't never been on that couch. Never been on that couch. Man? I can't call it, big homie. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Had to pull out the shirt, even though it's a little heavy. You know,
got the Bronx,
the number one team in baseball into the All-Star break.
Hey, as you should.
Hey, breaking news.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge has just said, I do want to remain a Yankee. It's not about the money. I do want to stay with this team. So
He should. He should.
Fuck
He
yeah.
should.
What's up,
mean,
Anthony? What's up, Matt? What up, Tim?
I'm just saying, when what he's doing in New York and what he's been doing for the Yankees. I know people want to harp on the injuries, but to me, he's a big, let's say, a big cog to the machine of what they're doing this year, specifically this year. But let me ask you this. Though, big homie.
What's up?
Since you are the big Yankees fan, if he doesn't resign, do you even see that happening?
No.
Is there a possibility?
If he's saying I want to be a Yankee, they're going to make it happen. But now during the game yesterday, they're saying that he does want to test free agency and he did want to listen to like all 30 teams. So you're basically saying the Yankees, you better fucking up that money or else somebody's gonna.
Oh, that was a subliminal hit saying, "Hey, back
negotiating tactic, right?
Of course,
pay me or I'm going to test the market. Test the market. You don't want that, man. You don't want a guy like that to hit the market.
Oh, and here's the thing: if Judge hits the market, you're going to have a team like the Marlins who probably can't contend worth a damn, but they're going to throw a big boatload of money at them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a team like that.
San Francisco going back home.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a bad look, though.
But honest to God, if he hits the fucking market, like I see 7 years,
240,
280, 40 a year, because what he's going to generate in some place that's not New York is greater value than what he generates in New York. Because New York's going to still be full. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be close to capacity. But going someplace where he moves the attendance and merchandise needle greatly, it's worth paying him $40 million a year, I think. If you're paying pitchers $40 million a year to pitch 6 innings every fucking 6 days, why wouldn't you pay him $40-50 million? Like, I could see somebody like the Mets going 7 years, $350 and giving them fucking $50 million a year. Like, that's the value I think he has.
To get him to go play at Citibank? Hell yeah, they would.
This owner, fuck yeah, he don't care about the luxury tax. He's the new George Steinbrenner. He don't care about money. I'll cut the checks. Let's put a great product out there.
Let me ask you this. We got home run derby tonight, and there's no Aaron Judge in it. You okay with that?
Yeah. I always remember, and Matt will remember this when I say this name. Oh, hold on. Let me shut the speaker off. This guy played for the Yankees, went into the All-Star break with 27 home runs. He hit 4 in the second half. Trivia question. Who is it?
You got to be talking about Stanton.
Nope.
Oh.
Matt, you know this answer. I know Matt knows this answer.
Give me a year. Give me a year.
Mid-2000s. I don't know the exact year. Matt knows the name. I'll give Matt
it wasn't Chef, was it?
Nope. Bobby Abreu. He's right, Bobby Abreu.
Okay.
Ever since then, man, I do not want
a Yankee
home run derby. But Judge did it. Judge put on a show a couple years ago.
In Arizona, he won, right? Yeah.
The face of baseball. Check out. You can only fail after that, right? You can only fuck things up.
It to me, it seems like it's a home run derby curse. You know how you got Madden curse?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you win the home run derby, you go in with all these home runs, and you go to the home run derby, you max out hitting like probably a total of 40, 50 home runs, and then next thing you know, second half of the season starts, and your back gets
like
cold.
A porn star doing a gangbang. Things don't work right after that.
I feel it. No, that wasn't it. Yeah. And so
that guy's my size going like this. Hello.
I just wanted to throw that out because there's a lot of talk as in why isn't the home run leader in the home run derby? And me personally,
I don't want to play in the game. Fuck this game. This game ain't shit.
Well, it means absolutely nothing.
No.
I
hate All-Star games. I hate them. No good thing come out of it.
Well, here's my thing with the All-Star game. It's in the middle of the season. And you primarily got people who are in a Yankees uniform. What do they get from it is because right now they're the hottest team in baseball. I wouldn't even risk having them on the field to any type of injury, because it can happen, a fluke injury. Take a baseball to the wrong part of your body. If you're a pitcher, you get a comebacker, or hell, you accidentally collide into somebody in the outfield. Yeah. What if Judge is playing outfield?
Fucking hamstring going for a fly ball.
It was a hamstring. Yeah,
trying to get a double.
Yeah,
I mean, let the young kids play who've never been there before. Once you're established, get introduced, get the fuck out of the game.
I got an idea. This is what they should do, and they already do it. They do the minor leaguers, and they do the USA versus the world minor leaguers. That should be your all-star game. Give us just the futures all-star game.
Future stars?
Yeah, just give us the future stars on a Tuesday night in the prime time. Because this is why I say this is why you should do that.
They did that over the weekend, right? Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, they do it over the weekend. But what I'm saying is they should highlight that as your all-star game, is because
I don't see why not.
Because here's my thing. We want to see the future of baseball. And not only that, that's a big marketing tool for the Major League Baseball. Hey, look what we got coming down the pipe. Look what we got coming to our Major League Baseball sports entity. Look at this. You got guys that's going to put on a show.
I'll never do it. I get the concept, but stars sell, right?
Oh, of course, stars sell. But it may be intertwined with us. Yeah.
How about don't put it on a Saturday when MLB games are still going on?
Yeah, nobody's paying attention to it.
Wednesday, the day after. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Here's another story.
I can't wait. I'll tell you this. Fuck the home run derby. I can't wait for the home run derby to end.
Oh, no. Hold that thought. Because no, stop. Because I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Because I know where you're going. So I need everybody to pay attention. I know everybody's not a fan of ESPN. I get it.
Can't wait.
I know everybody is not a fan of ESPN. But what they are about to drop tonight is going to be the baseball equivalent of the Last Dance with Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. Yeah. They are doing the I think it's an 8-part series or 10-part. It's something like 8 or 10.
7.
They are, and I'm glad that you're here because I wanted to get your excitement on this. They're doing the captain, bro.
Can't wait because this guy, Derek Jeter, was so buttoned up. And so, I don't know if protected is the right word, but he was very guarded. By every word he said was calculated. It was never to ruffle feathers. It was always the right answer.
I got something for you, big homie. What? Deshaun Watson should have taken the Derek Jeter blueprint on how to handle situations.
Yeah,
he should have took the Derek Jeter blueprint on how to handle situations when you're young, successful, and got money. That's what he should have did, but he didn't.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you. Oh shit, you're black. You're back from the clinic already,
nigga.
Wow. And now he has mind reading powers on me. What's up, man? You all right?
No, nigga.
Hey,
did you say no 4 times, or are you echoing?
I'm trying to cut the dang up speak.
Okay, it is an echo.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, yo, you like.
I didn't know if he was like, no.
Yeah, it is.
It was a legit echo.
I got to turn the volume off the other computer. All right, what up, though?
What up?
I wasn't expecting you on today's show, but here you
are. I thought you was by yourself. I heard Nick. I said, I'm already in now.
I was on the phone with the doctor, so I was running a little late. I figured by the time he did the preliminaries, I'd be popping it.
I don't know about that. I just let it drip into a stop.
Yeah, that penicillin is a miracle worker, ain't it?
Penicillin. Even natural cure. I just keep spraying into it. Don't drip no more.
No, Anthony got a really good idea.
I see that.
Can you imagine if the rookies won?
Oh, bro, that'll be a
like the NBA does what? Year 1 versus year 2? They do that part of the weekend.
I like
rookies against the minor league guys. Against the top prospects, rookies who made it already against the top prospects. That would be a fun game instead of USA versus the world or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I
But
like
either
that.
way, they gotta find some way to fix the not the format of it, but find a way that it's not harming players who have something to play for in the second half, and giving the fans the chance to see the stars. They got to figure out something.
Aaron Judge, I guess he's being interviewed now at the All-Star game. He said he wants Soto in New York. I would hate to see him go to a team we got to play.
Well, since we're there, your boy Juan Soto turned down 15 years or 440 million?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that, big homie Nick?
Who the fuck wants to be in Washington for 15 years? That's your fucking scumbag Nancy Pelosi. Nobody wants to be in Washington for that long. And she made more money in 15 years than he will.
I'll say this because I agree with your sentiments. 15 years is a very long time to be in one city.
And
a long time.
Like you could get 10 years 440. Like, why are you giving a discount? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because it breaks out to pretty much $29.3 million a year. Like that's chump change.
In 15 years, who knows what type of money you're going to be. I would rather do a 5-year deal. Give me 5. Give me 5 for 240 a year. And then in 5 years, who knows what the baseball market's going to be with Amazon Prime and all these streaming deals that are coming out. Yeah. You might be the cheapest guy paid on the team in 15 years from now. We don't know.
Hell, you don't even know where Juan Soto's going to be playing abilities is going to be in 5 years.
You know if you're injured or not. No, that stuff could pop up. I would not know that long-term deal.
He's a good player. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's going to decline, but it does happen in Major League Baseball. We
see the market get reset every year or two. Why would you lock yourself into 15 years? I know now it sounds great and it's absurd money that all of us fucking pray for.
A drop prime example. Chris Davis, Baltimore. Got the money after hitting all those home runs, and then what? That man went on such a bad strikeout streak that the man got demoted and then got pretty much out of the game now.
I signed the deal, and then I defer all the money for the next 200 years. So
Bobby Bonilla that shit,
years,
bro.
My family is set.
Bobby Bonilla that shit like
if the world is still here, my luck, I'll defer all the money, and then the world will end in like 3 months.
But here's one thing that bothers me about these Major League Baseball contracts. Now, one thing I do appreciate is that it's guaranteed money. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
One thing I don't appreciate is the long term of it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's probably some opt-out clauses somewhere in there in the 15-year deal. There got to be somewhere. Maybe after year 8 or year 7, there's got to be an opt-out clause in there somewhere. Has to be. But, you're holding a player hostage for 10, 15 years. To me, it's like you pretty much anchored to that player until you're able to find a trade. And I'm pretty sure there's a no trade clause in there too. So if things go sour, I get it. You could possibly trade them after year 5 or 6, whatever. But for 15 years, like that's a marriage commitment, man. That's a marriage commitment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never was big on these contracts that go 10 plus years. I never understood it. Of course, we got the home run derby tonight. Juan Soto will be in the home run derby.
I was waiting for your face while you're reading it now. He texted me the link for the show, and I'm like, I'm already in it. And ... ice guy. So
hey, and Anthony, I hear you. But here's the deal. Here's the difference between what baseball and football is. In football,
Patrick, who the fuck are we talking about? Who's Patrick?
No, he's talking about Mahomes.
I'm thinking baseball. I'm like, who the fuck is Patrick?
No, because here's my D, and I get your point, Anthony. But in football, you're talking about a quarterback, which is what the most important position on a football team. Like
it's different.
You need him. You need the quarterback.
Like in baseball, the equivalent would be like every time somebody got on base, all right, you're up. Like that would be the equivalent of like a baseball player to a quarterback because you have more impact on a game, right? You affect every situation on one side of the ball.
But let me ask you this, Nick. Let me ask you this though: Could you find a correlation between a quarterback and a pitcher, as in a pitcher is just as much as important?
But because you pitch once every 5 games.
Okay.
Well, I say this though: you look at the market in football and the market in baseball. When the football market resets, say for instance, you look at Patrick Mahomes, what he got, and what Aaron Rodgers got. It's only a 3 or 4 million difference. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like he reset the market, he getting 60 million or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you missing out that much money compared with baseball. What you say, Nate?
I know. I muted it to blow my nose, and then you glitched out. Mahomes compared to who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
So you look at they two contracts. They was only separated by 3 or 4 million. So like he reset the market.
Separated by 14, 15 years of age or 12 years of age.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about far as you're looking at
the money
wise.
Age now, holy shit!
I know. So you look at money wise though. You know, when baseball reset, the money is drastically different than it is when football resets. You know, so you can get a
10 times more games, right?
Right.
The television contract's better, you know, because you got that. Even though the ratings are better for one NFL game, you got 10 times the amount in baseball. So it adds up. That 2.5 rating over 10 games is still 25, you know, compared to what you get in the one NFL game.
Right.
Yeah, viewership is definitely totally different. I mean,
baseball you see all the time.
Yeah, but baseball is on all the time. But you look at just how the juggernaut of the NFL operates compared to how the MLB operates. It's 2 different viewership. It's 2 different, I guess, fanatics that watch the NFL compared to your Major League Baseball. I mean, it's to me, it's two different things. They're not even close to the same thing. Right. But hey, Juan Soto, he's taking, to me, look, 15 years, 440, it looks good, but man, that 29.3 million a year, to me is a discount. It's a huge discount. I mean, it gives it, but just like you said, Nick,
don't commit.
Yeah, but for yourself. But the biggest part is you talking about the team. Well, Washington Nationals, hey, 3 years ago win the World Series, and then they ain't been worth a damn cent.
I mean, everybody go.
Couldn't afford anybody.
Scherzer's gone. Who else was on that team? I don't watch unless the Yankees are in that time of year too. I'm coaching football, so
was it Trey Turner? Trey Turner was on there
because he was there. He's on. That's the redhead on the Dodgers.
Yeah, because he came over with Scherzer in that deal, and I don't know how they let that. How Washington?
Who was the other one? They had Strong. Who was the pitcher? The other powerhouse.
Strasburg.
Strasburg. Yeah, Strasburg. Yep.
He's still there, but
I was thinking Strowman from WWE for a second.
No, so I mean, it's just to me, I think Juan was looking at his future in a more business wise, which most players don't do, because most players would say, "Oh, 440 million, where do I sign?" You know, and he didn't fall for it. I guess the
banana tailpipe.
Yeah, you know, to me it was a contract that benefit the Washington Nationals, not necessarily him. You know what I'm saying? Signing that 15 years is like saying I do to get married. You sure you want that long committed? Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's a marriage commitment right there, man. Like to be committed to something like that for such a long time. So you know, I mean, it's to I'm not mad at him for turning it down. Obviously, the media is going to blow it up and hype it up, like, oh, he turned down 15 years for 40 mil. Like, yeah, but let's break it down with the scenario of it, and we'll talk about another contract in NFL once we get closer to our NFL talk, because there was a couple of people who are having contractual beefs with their respective teams. Orlando Brown Jr. and Jesse Bates with the Bengals. So we'll talk about those later on. But Mel, what have been some of your finest memories of the home run derby?
Josh Hamilton.
Ooh.
That cocaine's a motherfucker. He's just saying. He does wonders.
First time Mel's ever spoke where I can't disagree with him. When he's right, he's right.
Hey, when he's right, he's right.
That shit was going over the bleacher creatures off the fucking wall in the back.
Right.
Like, over the George Steinbrenner tribute.
Hey, he put on the show though.
He put on the show.
Griffey in Baltimore, McGuire in Boston, Hamilton in New York it's the top three that stand out to me.
Right.
Those are where were you type of moments, right?
Oh yeah. And I think McGuire, when he won in Boston, that's when they brought Ted Williams out.
Yeah, Ted Williams got the first pitch for the All-Star game. He was in the chair.
Yeah.
And, the quote that I always remember, he was talking to Tony Gwynn, and he's like, you know when you just foul one and you smell that burn off the bat? That's what I miss the most. And that's the quote that I remember from that entire weekend. McGuire hitting them out and Ted Williams saying that to Tony Gwynn with all the stars around Ted Williams on the mound.
Right.
Who's the sleeper? Me. The clock to wake up for the cheaters. I'm the sleeper for the home run derby.
I'll say this. I don't necessarily see a sleeper, but I will say that I'm okay. If I give a sleeper, I think it might be Schwarber, but I got to go with the favorite. Yeah, but I got to go with the favorite. And Pete Alonso, he's back-to-back champ, man. He's trying to go for the 3-peat, 3 in a row tonight.
Because he's a Met, and this is the only chance he ever has of winning anything.
That's the closest thing of any winning that they'll probably do this year.
I won a championship.
It's funny that you say that because here's the difference between the Mets and the Yankees. To me, the biggest difference. The Yankees, to me, are so far up above any other team in the AL. And in the National League,
you don't
the
think
Mets
Houston's close if it gets into a series and you can throw Verlander out there possibly 3 times? You don't think?
Yeah, I think it's
and the fact that Cole has struggled against Houston doesn't even the ground, though.
Look,
I think it's close between the two.
You know what I'm saying? You bring up a valid point, but more than likely, those two teams won't see each other until the ALCS if it goes as planned. So until you get to the ALCS, I'm not worried about any other team trying to top the Yankees the way that they're performing right now. But my biggest difference is between them and the Mets. The Mets started off hot, just as hot as the Yankees did. They've been doing well, but then all of a sudden the Dodgers woke up. Then all of a sudden the Braves have been catching the Mets in their own division. So it's like the Mets, to me, have more obstacles to get to a championship than what the Yankees do, and that's just because the competition in the National League of the top teams that they got to face. They're looking at the Dodgers, Braves, the Padres have been coming around. You know what I'm saying? So there's at least 3 or 4 teams in the National League that will give the Mets some stiff competition to even get to the NLCS. So to me, that path is going to be a lot easier, a lot harder.
I'm putting my seal of approval, Nick Shine statement right now.
You stamping it? You stamping it?
The Atlanta Braves win that division.
Woo!
The Mets will not win that division. The Atlanta Braves will win that division.
I ain't even mad at you for that, dog. I'm not even mad at that. I mean, they're playing phenomenal baseball. No, I got no arguments with it.
It was 10 double-digit games a month and a half ago. It's down to 2.5. This is why I call it the dog days of summer. You come back from this break. I think they have 10 or 11 games left with the Braves. Maybe more, I think. Maybe 13, I think somebody told me.
Yeah. APB, we got to put out an APB for the Boston Red Sox out there. They just got slacked over the weekend.
You saw my vote.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yankees scored 25 runs in the last 2 games.
Hey, put the toe tag on them boys. Boy, where they at?
I love it.
Speaking of course, the greatest rivalry in baseball, Red Sox Yankees. What did the Yankees Red Sox rivalry? Well, two-part question for you fellas. One, Is the Yankees Red Sox rivalry still considered a rivalry as of right now today?
Yeah.
And then two, where do you rank the Yankees Red Sox rivalry overall through sports?
2.
Okay.
Behind Duke Carolina basketball, because I'm a part of the rivalry as a fan, and my whole family has been. So, and that's the only thing. I mean, Jets also, but the Jets Dolphins was great back in the 80s and 90s, but they've never really been good at the same time again. And then the Patriots have been rolling everybody. So that's the team that everyone hates. So, and my whole family would be united for Carolina against Duke. So to me, that's like more a personal thing. Like I'm sure Mel will say Ohio State, Michigan, right? That's going to be his thing because he's got that emotional investment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think Carolina Duke, and the fact that it's only twice a year, maybe 3, like you just saw now, it's the first time they ever played in the Final Four against one another.
Yeah.
And I got a bad memory. I've been hitting the head a lot throughout the years. Who won that game in the Final Four? Can anyone remind me?
Them boys, them Carolina boys.
That was my Bart Simpson days.
Hey, there's one thing, like we can disagree on everything in life. We could. But one thing we will always agree on is anytime that Duke loses, I am a happy camper. I am a happy camper. Hey, Astros ain't too far behind, bro.
Just because Anthony's here right now, we're going to do the Redskins preview. They suck. There, it's over. And yes, I'm calling them the Redskins the entire fucking time.
Hey, but that's not a bad take. But hold on, Nick.
Yeah.
You just said yourself that the Astros could give them competition. That take ain't too horrible.
In a series, yes. If you can get your series lined up where Verlander could potentially go 1-4-7, that's huge. It's so huge that my voice fucking cracks saying it.
So I look. I don't think it'll go down that way, Anthony. But you do present a compelling case and argument that it could possibly go down. I mean, they're only about 5 games behind the Yankees right now. So I mean, it's not too far.
And they play twice Thursday.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
It's a doubleheader Thursday. I don't know why they have to make up games in Houston. Am I missing something? Doesn't Houston have a dome? Like,
yes.
Can anyone tell me why are they making up games in Houston? What the hell did I miss in the first half?
I don't know.
It may rain outside. I get scared.
Come on now. They got a roof, bro. A retractable roof.
In Houston?
Hey, man. Katrina.
Levy broke? I don't know. But Mel, 2-part question to you.
I love that we're doing Louisiana jokes.
That 2-part question for you. Do you still consider Yankees Red Sox a rivalry as of right now? I'm not talking about overall. I think we could call it a rivalry, but as of right now, because it's kind of been one-sided. But do you consider a rivalry still to this day? And then where would you rank Yankees Red Sox rivalry among sports?
I say yes. I liked it better when the Yankees to beat the hell out of them, especially when it'd be like, oh, Boston, it might be the one Boston wins and the Yankees just kill them. I love it because I hate the Red Sox. When the Red Sox finally won, that kind of made me upset a little bit. So it kind of took a little off of it, but not a lot. I still hate Boston, so I still consider a rivalry. I think I'm like Nick, ranked number 2 for me.
Behind Ohio State, Michigan.
Behind Ohio State, Michigan. I think if Florida State, if Florida State and Miami still were good, I think that'd have been a good rivalry to kind of be up there too.
Man, that rivalry's dead, bro.
I'm saying if they still were good, I think that would have been a good rivalry to put in there. But since they both kind of fell off, it's not
neither
as good.
Neither one of them are worth a damn no more.
I'm saying they both fell off.
Shout out to Matt. I forgot about the season being delayed because there were games that were supposed to be played.
Oh yeah.
Because of the delay, so now they're throwing these games in there like this. Thank you, Matt.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Good job, Matt. Good job.
So that makes total sense.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So
you know what I miss most about the Yankees Red Sox?
What's that?
The fights.
Yeah.
And they fought.
Well, I mean, sports is different
I need a
anyway.
Barrett A-Rod fight tonight.
Sports is
or
so
something.
different now.
I
Everybody
saw
love each other.
LeMahieu got hit in like the 8th inning in the back of the tricep.
Mm.
And I looked at my son and I was like, oh, man, we should hit them in the 9th and just fight. The score is 11-2 and you drill LeMahieu on the arm. Like, let's have a good old-fashioned baseball. Not this aisle-pushing bullshit where guys jog in. I want guys sprinting from the bullpen because your dudes are getting killed.
Right.
Gotta go save them. Gotta go save them.
I agree. Yeah, but I think it got to be the best rivalry.
Yes, we're friends. We go out and have drinks after the game. Fuck that. Punch him in the face and tell him go at his mother.
All right. Knock him down and piss on his body.
Whoa, we R. Kelly pissing on people now?
Hey,
what are we doing?
A little piss go a long way.
Hey, no, when I see piss, I run.
We got to check the birth certificates of some of these Dominican players. They might be underage. Can't be doing that.
Hey, how you tell? By pissing on them.
What? Wait, so penis size determines a person's age?
And they stay still, they're underage.
Wow.
I love doing this show. You never know what we're going to hear.
Wow, that is amazing. Trade deadline is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we didn't discuss with Juan Soto. Nationals are at this point, they're saying, well, hell, you don't want to take 15 440. We'll entertain trade.
You can rebuild your entire franchise by moving him. You hit, you get 2 arms, you get 2 good fielders, you get other things on top of it. I mean, you can get a good 5-6 prospects for him. Easy. You can definitely make a move that can put you on top. Remember what the Marlins used to do? 96 they get there, or 97 it was.
97.
Sell everyone off. 2003 we're back.
And then they did it again. One and sell
off the piece, get cheaper, get all these young guys, get these arms.
Yeah.
You know, you got guys throwing 100 like it's nothing now. Go get a couple live arms. Go get another guy you can turn into Soho, because that's where he's going to live when he moves to New York. Soto. I'm already in the housing market for him.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in pinstripes. I wouldn't be surprised. Because that what has been the Yankees' MO. They like at trade deadline, they'll get one of the hottest players out on the market and put him in pinstripes. It doesn't always translate to a championship, but what does it do? It keeps,
right?
But guess what? It keeps Juan Soto from Boston. It keeps Juan Soto from Tampa.
That's all that counts.
Or Houston.
Boston's not good enough to do anything with noise this year. They're gonna free fall. They haven't won a series against anyone in the American League East. Yeah. Boston's gonna be last in the division at the end of the year. Boston and New England, and I'm gonna freaking just everywhere. The Boston and the Patriots both finished last. Oh my God, I am going to drown my belly button with.
Was it Patriots, Buffalo, Miami? Who's the fourth team? Jets. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot the Jets.
Ground and pound, baby. Play defense, hit the quarterback, hold the line of scrimmage. Mac Jones is a bag of steaming dog shit.
Damn. Steaming? Like hot out the ass?
Hot.
Out the ass.
When you got the plastic bag on your hand and you got to pick it up and you get like the skeevies because it's
wow.
Snow melting down to the ground, see the grass, dog shit.
That's some hot shit, bro.
Wow.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Not in a good way.
Kanye was playing when I came in before. That's some hot shit. We're not talking about hot shit in the negative way.
What other names have y'all been hearing that might be on the trade deadline? I know for my Royals, they're talking about Andrew Benintendi. He's our only all-star for the Royals. I've heard his name getting thrown out there. That wouldn't be a bad move.
I heard the Tigers get ready to trade the whole team.
They need to. Hell, y'all only one game above my Royals.
In the All-Star game with Pujols? Is that the team that they did?
Yes.
Okay, I knew Pujols was in it. He's in the home run derby tonight.
Yeah, he's in the home run derby.
Oh, right there. I'm curious to see how Albert's performance in the
6 home runs and a torn labrum. 45. He's my age, trying to be in home run derby. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, Anthony, that's your sleeper right there. Is Pujols. That's my sleeper right there. Is Pujols. He might turn
Pujols
back
is my age. He'll be sleeping before the end of the derby too.
Oh, right after the derby.
Oh, he definitely sleeping like a baby right after the derby, dog. It's gonna be hot out there in LA, bro.
The home run derby on the West Coast because it's better for television to follow the white balls in the dark night. You know what I'm saying? When it's daytime and you're trying to show the home run derby and the trajectory, the white ball shows up better at nighttime.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's better for viewership wise. To see the balls just really get launched out there. So he's saying Juan Soto is going to be a sleeper for him. Look, here's my thing. If Juan
Soto gets injured during the fucking home run derby,
bro, he kills his trade value. He kills his trade value, bro. Now he's stuck with Nationals.
He's gonna, you know what he's gonna have to do? He's gonna have to have the Terrell Owens Sharpie in the sock and the contract in the other sock. And if he gets hurt and he falls down on home plate, just like open up his socks, be like, accept.
Just sign it real quick.
Carry the contract with you all time. Grips in the dugout, I accept.
I changed my mind. No worries. 15 years. We're good. 440. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you know who I hope is sleeping tonight? Anybody over 13 years old who has a glove in the stands. If you're over 13 years old and you go there with a glove tonight, I hope there's a hole in the glove and you get knocked in the head and knocked out unconscious.
Wow.
I hate adults. I'm 14. You're a teenager, okay? So let's go 18 years and older. If you're 18 years or older with a glove tonight at the home run derby, kill yourself.
Okay.
Adults at baseball games with gloves are the worst people in the world. They're the people who hit the brakes as soon as the light turns yellow. No, hit the fucking gas and get through the light.
I don't even know how to follow this.
Just smile and nod.
Okay.
I think it's gloves in a game is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. It's just one of those pet peeves that I have.
Let's see, one of those
Yes, I leave mine in the car, dude.
Hey, my thing is, if you're at a home run derby, you're expecting baseballs to get flown out there. So my thing is, hey, be prepared. Hey, I'm just saying, what you mean be a man? I'm not trying to get hit in the face with a damn home run ball.
Be a man. You got hands. Be a man.
Yeah, that ball is flying at 100 miles per hour. I am taking a glove, damn it. What are you talking about?
Off the bat, it's 100. It dies down. That's why it's landing. It's still, it was doing 100 the whole time. It would never land. Like it tapers off.
Okay, 80 miles per hour by the time it gets to you.
No, man.
Man, I'm not taking that risk. I'm not taking that risk.
Look, man, these hands are 10. They need to be dropping drugs and pills and drinks. I can't be messing them up.
My hand to God, my comment is going to be, I hate people with gloves at a game like Mel hates girls who check their drink. I swear to God,
I beat you to it. I beat you to it.
Look at Anthony. Grab a baby.
Anthony topped your comment. He said, I'm grabbing a baby to shield.
A broken finger is temporary. I'm sorry, a broken bone is forever. A baby with a concussion is temporary. Use your beer. It's a better highlight.
Wait, hold on. You got kids? Wait. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you didn't open up a babysitter service, bro. I am so glad.
Now this is video proof of why I only have them part-time. I'm sorry, you just wasted that blunt hit because of me. I apologize.
Goodness.
All right.
Oh, I know, right? Shall we move on?
Get a tub of popcorn and a beer. You got double gloves now. It's a better highlight video, right? If a guy catches the home run in the beer
baby
cup
in the hand,
and drinks it,
Yeah.
That's better than a 45-year-old man go, yeah, super dorky white high five. I caught it.
I don't know, bro. Them beers is like $13, $15 a pop, man. I ain't trying to waste not a sip of beer, bro.
That's worth the TikTok and going famous, right? That's worth being on fucking House of Highlights and having that fame.
Touche. Get you a little 5 seconds of fame. I feel you.
I paid $13 beers and I spilled them on myself for free.
Just wasteful. Just wasteful.
Random question.
Who has the best
stadium? I don't know. I haven't been to a game in a while.
Well, okay. Well, here's the baseball stadiums I've been to.
Define best.
I've been to the new Yankee Stadium. I've been to Fenway, and I've been to Kauffman Stadium.
Fenway's a park, not a stadium. We're talking about places that men play at. Kids and dogs play in a park. Men play in a stadium.
Man,
Wrigley.
I've been outside of Wrigley's. I've been outside of the.
Yeah, I've been outside of Wrigley. I haven't been.
I've been to Tiger Stadium, and I've been to the Boys Park.
Damn, Mel, what was the police van driving by Wrigley? We're moving you to the other side of town. We're gonna go sightseeing, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna see the north side before we take you to jail on the south side.
Hey,
I get to see Yankee Stadium all the time. The old Yankee Stadium.
I saw the old Yankee Stadium. Never been there.
I would say Wrigley because it's the only place I'd want to go besides Yankee Stadium. It's the one where I would say I got to get there.
Well, I plan on seeing.
Obviously, it's not the nicest, but the nostalgia and the history and
you should do it.
Remembering that when I was a kid, they had to play day games because they didn't even have lights.
Yeah.
They didn't get lights until the 80s, and they played the Mets that night, and the game got rained out because I remember the highlights of like Kevin McReynolds, Andre Dawson. They were running on the tarp and sliding because the first game got rained out. That was supposed to be a night game at Wrigley.
Now you both. I think one stadium. I want to get out to the Padres Stadium out there in San Diego. That looks like a beautiful.
Still Petco?
I don't even know what they're calling it now, but it was Petco last
Taco
time.
Bell. They change all the time.
Yeah, they it always
Tiger Bomb Stadium.
something like that.
Product, by the way.
I mean, there's some nice stadiums. Houston, I think that would be a fun time to go to this stadium.
They're a dome, though.
I couldn't.
I'm gonna say this.
I'd be ejected before I even got through the turnstile. I wouldn't even be in the stadium yet, and I wouldn't be allowed it.
I would want to do it just so like I said, I've been to the stadium, but nothing I really want to get to. I rather see Wrigley's. Well, go inside of Wrigley's. I see the outside of it.
Yeah,
I see the outside of Yankees. I see outside both Yankee Stadium. Never been in them.
Really?
Yeah. Like the old one, I was going.
Are you guys coming up this year? Oh, thank God he fucking left.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Lamar. We gotta make plans. But
turn it around a game. We'll get mad at a game. I
was going to a friend's house. I passed the old Yankee Stadium, and then one day our family reunion was up in New York and New Jersey. I took the kids past Yankee Stadium so they can see the new one, so they can see it. So I drove past it. So
yeah,
I've never been in it. I've been past Camden Yards. I've been past a lot. Never been in them. I've been past Camden Yards.
One thing that bothers me outside of the current Yankee Stadium, outside the old one, there used to be, well, there still is, but where the old stadium was, right behind the home plate entrance, there was the tall baseball bat. Remember, you were meeting people game. You met by the bat. You were meeting people. Mm-hmm. At the top of the bat, there's the white tape around it. Mm-hmm. And it's coming off, and it's 10 feet of it's off. It's really, we don't respect this iconic figure. We don't have statues of player outside the game. Yankees, we got the bat. Mm-hmm. Fix it. It looked horrible going by on the Deegan a couple weeks ago and seeing it off. And I'm like, how are they going to fucking fix this shit?
These are still up. They ain't tore out. They blew up Tiger Stadium.
Kofi, what up, baby? Ryan in the house. Welcome back, bro.
What's up, Ryan? Yeah,
Ryan's like herpes. He shows up every couple months now. Allegedly, from what I read on the internet. I'm not allegedly.
I don't know for sure.
Not confirm or deny.
But God, come on, I think computer super. But yeah, I think that when it comes to baseball, though, man, I think we should get together and go to some games, man.
Yeah, definitely, dude. We go on a weeknight. You get like $6 tickets and we'll move down. You buy the cheapest shit and then go move down. We can just go up there, park. We'll be drinking and wait for ticket prices to come down. Years ago, like 2011 or 2012, my girl and I bought 7th row right behind the warm up,
right,
the batting circle for the Yankees. I could have flicked a French fry and hit Derek Jeter and A-Rod. That's how close we were. They were $250 seats. We got them for $72 20 minutes before the game started because they were corporate seats that the price plummeted just to get something in return.
Oh, wow. Kofi said Yankees game daring them free.
So is this ass whooping you're about to get, Kofi. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Top ropey shit. Shimmy off the top rope, bro. Yeah. Matt dropping knowledge, too, to help you get there.
That's what it is in the Bronx.
Matt, where do you think I got this shirt, bro?
I've been to the Bronx plenty of times. I used to live in the Bronx. So I used to go to the Bronx and Brook. I used to go all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Manhattan, but that's more of a tourist thing for me. But I got family in the Bronx.
As long as you come up and don't bring Lamar with you, we'll have a great time. Hey, buddy, welcome back.
Hey, eat a dick. No. So we still on what stadiums?
Yeah, we go ahead on transition.
Oh yeah. We'll transition.
Real quick while we're on stadiums.
Yeah.
How about this awful name that the Pittsburgh football field
had? Oh my gosh.
They had cranes in there today taking out the ketchup bottles that were in the stadium.
Because they had to move all the big ketchup bottles from Heinz Field to whatever name they changed it. And
what did they change to?
Arcashore Insurance, Arcashore Stadium, Arcashore Fields. I don't know.
Yeah, which is a Michigan-based insurance company that is sponsored.
You're up by me.
Kevin Hurts.
If you come to the city for a game, let me know. Kofi's up here. I thought Kofi was down by you guys.
Kofi in New York.
Kofi in New York.
Yeah, Harlem.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Joining us right now, one of our favorite listeners, viewers of the show, we got Matt to the JACKO in the building. He's here because, hey, it's about that time. What's going on, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
What up, fellas?
What's up, buddy?
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see you guys. Chat.
Now, yeah, we see you. We hear you.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah. You guys go ahead, keep talking. I gotta. I just walked in the house, so.
Nah, you good.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, Ryan? Hey, and my man, Ryan's back in the building. He got all his sabbatical. He probably got suspended from both Facebook and YouTube, so he's back.
You and Matt have gotten suspended. It's been a year, over a year.
Yeah, please knock on that wood.
Since I got suspended.
And I'm getting suspended for comments on this site too.
That's just Lamar because he don't like you.
I haven't got suspended yet. What's up?
And which is bullshit is because Mel is good for be the one that's going to say the most dumbest shit that should get him suspended.
That's not fucking what her name Warwick, whatever that is. The W bitch.
This is some more shit. I get suspended.
I fucking W bitch. I can't pronounce her last name. I just fuck her. Was it Wojciechowski?
No, secret best friends with Zuckerberg.
Me and Zuckerberg.
Looking at Mel's coffee mug that his kids have a great sense of humor.
Me too.
Hey, Anthony, you're right.
And I love that his mug matches his outfit. You gotta coordinate. Hat gotta match shirt. Shirt gotta match the mug.
My shirt got my name on it.
Yeah, dude.
What does he say?
Say that nigga.
I'm not saying that.
Yo, wild. Yo, wild, man.
That's what my shirt say.
That's exactly what it says.
It's written backwards, so you can't see it. See, it's written backwards.
Before we transition to our football talk today, Matt, of course, you being a Yankees fan, how pumped are you about this ESPN Captain docuseries that they're about to have coming out tonight, man?
Oh, 1 second. Dude, I cannot wait for that. Growing up, being a diehard Yankee fan, Derek Jeter was one of my favorite players, but I saw guys, before Derek. So I was able, my favorite was growing up, watching Don Mattingly play, watching Dave Winfield, Ricky Henderson.
Oh yeah.
But I'm excited for this. Excited for this series. Like, I want to see like what they actually get in depth with that. Maybe we don't know already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all saw what he did, on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see, outside of the field, another side that most people maybe don't know about.
Oh, I've heard stories.
That are pretty cool. Is Jeter said that if there were cell phone cameras around when I played, my career would probably only been about 3 years long. Basically saying like, I'm Zach Wilson, I'm a dog.
Maybe you
The milk hunter.
Bro, you young, you're a star.
Got money.
You in New York, you got money. I don't blame you.
You go balls deep on the field and balls deep off the field.
You know what I'm saying? I don't blame you, bro.
Hey, what did we say earlier, Nick? Deshaun Watson should have used the Derek Jeter blueprint. Should have used it.
Signed the non-disclosure.
Hey.
Why there's never been a bad word said about Jeter.
It would have saved them a lot of money and a lot of heartache from this whole civil case. And we'll touch on that in a second because there's a second part of that needs to get discussed. But before we get to that, interesting. I know you're not a big fan, and there's some people here who is not a big fan of James Harden.
Oh, I was about to say Kirk Cousins. Fuck Kirk Cousins. Oh,
fuck Kirk Cousins.
Thank you, Matt.
I got you back.
Appreciate you.
Anthony, this is a good comment from Matt. You should take this advice. Or Matt, this is a good comment from Anthony. That's why you comment on YouTube and not on Facebook. If it's a questionable comment on YouTube, they just censor it. They know like damage.
So they took our video down. But go ahead, man.
We don't want to take the video down.
No, I said they took our video down. You ain't see it?
Which one?
The one we did, the State of the Union one.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. But no,
no, they took it down. That's why we didn't see it. It was such a layup, but I had to.
Fuck you, Nick.
Hey, but when it comes to James Harden, he turned down $47.1 million player option. Turned it down, and I want to get the quote right. Get it right. So your man said, he said to Daryl Morey, I told Daryl Morey to improve the roster, sign who we needed to sign, and give me whatever is left over. This is how bad I want to win. I want to compete for a championship. That's all that matters to me at this stage. Now, the biggest critic of James Harden on the screen is you, big homie Nick. I'm willing to bet that these comments don't change your perspective on James Harden, but do they at least give you some kind of inclination that he's finally starting to get it?
No. Why? If you really mean that, sign for the veteran minimum right now. Here's what he's actually saying. I'm not good enough to win a title. I need as much help as I can get. I will ride other people's coattails just to get a ring. That's what I see in that statement.
Got a point.
A main piece that's going to win a title, you'd be like, yo, I got this. We can do this. What this says, this is a beard floating and sinking in the ocean, and all you see is the beard, and he's waving the white flag for help. Because this motherfucker drowning on the court.
Yeah, you're right.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't disagree with you.
Big homie Nick. Big homie Nick. All right, I see how you feel.
That's
Detroit Mail.
That's what it is.
Hey,
If you're in your prime and you're good enough to win it,
yeah,
you be like, I got this. Get me another dog. We're gonna win it. Now it's oh shit. I haven't been able to do it in 17 years, or however fucking long he's played. Yeah, we need other guys who are dogs because I'm not a dog anymore. I'm a fucking cat that got ran over.
Detroit Mail, how you feel about James Harden's comments about taking whatever?
I agree with Nick. I'll add to this. If you really believe that, let's see you play to your fullest instead of half stepping, jogging down the court out of shape, bullshit you've been doing.
What the fuck you say about me?
I think that'll show me something that you really committed. You know, play like you committed. Let's see the effort. You know, all you doing is just lip service. Yeah, get some dogs from the court so you can still just have do your job. You know, so my thing is like you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna take them just less money so you can get better players so I can still do my job." That makes sense. You know, it's still gonna take your effort plus what we get. So let me see all that. Then before you get some respect from me. Till then, he on the Kirk Cousins list.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Off topic joke, but always good for the show. I'm about to eat something
Pussy?
I would call Mel if me and Mel went to a strip club.
Pussy?
My nutty buddies.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Look,
have fun with that.
Look, I'll say this: they are interesting comments coming from him of all people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been a biggest critic of James Harden, just as much as Nick has. And look, I never cared for his game. I've always thought that he wants to be the man, got to be the scorer, got to be the guy that gets all this, but it leads to no team success. Lately, ever since he was in Brooklyn and got to Philly, the man has been averaging almost 10, 11 assists per game. So he has kind of gone from being the guy to be the main scorer to being more of a facilitator. I'll give him credit for that.
But
so
you got to add that caveat. He was hurt too, so you have a choice.
Well, he was hurt too, but I'm just saying, like, even before he got hurt and was missing time, I mean, the man was averaging 10, 11 assists a game. I'll give him that.
Okay.
Yeah, but the dude's been fat and out of shape for how long now? Come on.
Hey, you bring up a fair point, Matt, and I'm not going to disagree with that because that has been the case. But what I'm saying is that I think James is starting to realize that, James Harden in Houston, to me, doesn't exist anymore, where he has to go out and put 40 out. And look at who he's playing with on the roster in Philly. Maxi's good. Of course, Joel Embiid is still there. They're going to continue to add more pieces to that roster to hopefully get it to a championship team caliber team. So my thing is that I think he's finally realizing what everybody else has been realizing is that you can't be the number one guy no more, James. And I think with his comments, he's finally conceding to the fact that he ain't the number one guy anymore. That's what I read when he said that statement. Now, is all going to matter on exactly what kind of contract he signs. If he's still signing for $40 million, then to me, the words that he just said still falls on deaf ears because you're still damn near a max player. You know what I'm saying? If he's going in there, if he's going in there signing for like 25, 30 million, I can see, hey, you left some money on the table because you want to see this team improve. Now, that to me, that makes a difference. But if he's still signing for 40 million plus, like your actions ain't matching up to that statement of what you're saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not matching. It's
right.
It's window dressing.
Right. In his case, beard dressing.
Anthony says, when you out of shape, you pass the ball more.
You're right, because he too tired to drive to the lane.
You drive to the lane, that means you got further to run back. That's my philosophy. Playing a 43. I play the top of the zone now, and I go to point guard. I'm cutting down the court by another 40 feet. Less movement.
Hey, I gotta cut these steps in half, dog. Too many steps.
Yo, you guys will appreciate this. House of Highlight has a video of KD hooping in Portland, like an AAU type of game or something.
Yeah.
And the comment that they posted is imagine casually warming up a KD. My comment, it's the only way you're getting another star to go to Portland.
That's good. Well, speaking of, obviously, media's been making a big hoopla of the Drew League and DeMar DeRozan and LeBron playing in that. Anybody putting any stock into this shit? Nobody.
No.
All right, no. I'm just making sure because I'm not.
I mean, you got so many leagues anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the Summer League, you got G League, and you got the Drew League.
Yeah, but the Drew League is like a pro-am shit. So that's I know it is. But still,
I'm saying like, it hasn't been around long enough to get enough shine for me. Give some time.
A little reference to me. I like that.
All right, put your reference up. Can you say it again?
He said.
Here's your reference.
You said get a little shine.
I know what I said. This case you want to see it on another channel.
All right. The hit went up and tickled the
Look,
20 minutes. DeRozan or LeBron?
Probably LeBron.
Fuck LeBron.
42. LeBron had 42.
Yeah, in 20 minutes. It's a pro-am league. Come on, Nick. If LeBron can't score 42 in a pro-am league, then what the hell are we doing, man? You know,
I agree.
I mean, what are we doing? Like, look, I get it. The Drew League, it brings in media attention, hoopla, whatnot, but that's not going to translate to anything when it comes to NBA shit. It don't matter.
He might play the Ice Cube League.
LeBron, I would have speared his ass and tackled him in mid fucking air and said, "Fuck season 20, you're out, bro."
But you know what's crazy? I'm actually surprised that LeBron did it because, like, I mean, you can't rule out the possibility that some of these amateur guys are going to try to take a shot at LeBron just to say that they did it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you get death threats and shit.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty sure you would probably get some kind of hate mail and hassled on their social media, but
you wouldn't have gotten out of there alive. It was standing room only. They would have came out on the court and whooped your ass.
You hurt LeBron? No, take him out.
I got you back, LeBron. I got you back, LeBron. Everybody coming out trying to get a name for himself.
See, but
that's my forward, man.
See, but that's my point. Like you can't rule out the possibility that one of them amateurs has been like, "Yo, LeBron playing? Oh, I'm gonna try to bust his ass by any means necessary."
Imagine LeBron got dunked on by like an amateur.
Oh, right.
That's
yeah. I can see that. I can see that, Anthony.
Yeah,
with the nut,
go ahead.
With the nuts all over his face too.
So LeBron got injured this season. You blaming it on the Drew League?
He is.
I'm not blaming it on the Drew League, but what I'm saying is that
LeBron will.
He'll use it as some type of excuse.
Mm-hmm. Well, I played in the Drew League, and that might lead to my injury.
LeBron gets injured this season. He blaming the Drew League. He gets hurt in February. Man, I took this bump in the Drew League in July.
He's like, I've been at it before. I've been playing through it, but now it's really bothering me.
I had a hairline fracture since the Drew League.
No, that motherfucker had a hairline fracture since 2006.
He's had no hairline. He's had no hairline his entire life. Fuck a hairline.
Hey, that's why he hung on to the headband so long in his career. He was trying to hide that shit. He was like,
"Oh, man, there's too much stuff out there, bro."
How you doing?
It's too much stuff
All
out there.
right.
Asking James Harden to trim his beard so he could glue it to his
That's for the table. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry about that.
That's hilarious.
Oh, no problem.
But I mean, you look, and they actually
This glass piece comes off too.
They actually went after DeMar DeRozan harder than they did LeBron. DeMar DeRozan actually was almost about to get into a physical altercation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just put the napkins on it just to.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, sometimes with these Drew League situations, you kind of putting yourself in a real sticky situation because you don't want to get hurt playing in some pro-am shit that don't matter.
Try not
You
to
know
hit
what I'm saying?
anything there. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
So I mean that would be a real mess up situation if like LeBron, who's supposed to be, you know, the captain of the Lakers, and he can't even play or start the season because he's over here getting in the scuffles or in situations in the Drew League.
Right.
Look,
I mean, you wouldn't have made it out there alive. Like, let's be real. Like, there would be. Dude would have got jumped by 100 people in the parking lot. Probably 70 of them women, because that's who seems to like LeBron.
You know, Kobe Wild, his hairline was fractured.
He got a concussion from all that hair falling out. So
hey, but you know what? Look, as much as I can't stand LeBron, I'll give him credit because he did that for marketability. Same night he dropped the episode of The Shop. And that's all market. That's all him, you know, getting to, you know, market other shit and other money avenues. So that was a ploy in my book. So, I mean, look, he's a businessman. I mean, you don't make it to the first active player to hit $1 billion by accident. So I'm not putting stock into the Drew League shit. That, to me, that was a marketing ploy. You know, get people to watch his show on HBO.
Bless you.
Damn, that was a very deep chlamydia cough you just had there, sir.
Man, shoot, this trying to kick my butt, man. Well,
that's what that drippy dick does to you.
Allegedly, Matt. Say allegedly.
Allegedly, you hooked up with a burner.
Hey Anthony, there's a difference. Here's the difference. KD chooses not to give a damn because it ain't basketball.
I mean, KD, he's ashy, he's spotty on the head and the beard. He don't give a shit.
He don't give a damn.
I'm not wasting my money on hair plugs and lotion.
He's like, why would I do that? Is it basketball related? Is it going to help me dribble? Is it going to help me shoot? Nah, fuck it. I don't want to deal with it.
He won't even put a do-rag on.
I love
like,
that that's the one thing I like about KD. He don't give a fuck. He purposely comments in the burner account just to say fuck you to people. He lets you know he's in the burner just to say fuck you. I don't care. Hey,
and looking at his hairline and his ashy ass legs and ankles, he don't give a damn about nothing but basketball.
Nigga look like Ashy Larry.
Ashy Larry.
Speaking of fuck you, I don't care. Let's talk about the NFC East. It's 520.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. Before we get too deep off into that, we got to talk about some of these contract situations, man. Jesse Bates having issues with the Cincinnati Bengals. Orlando Brown having issues with the Kansas City Chiefs. I can only speak on the Orlando Brown situation. And look, I'm looking at this two ways. Orlando Brown pretty much only saw that it was 2 years of guaranteed money, which probably would have equaled up to about $76 million. The contract that he got, and here's one caveat that I think a lot of people don't know. Orlando Brown has been without an agent pretty much until about mid-June. So contract don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So he's been franchise tagged for months now. Mm-hmm. And then he got franchise tagged and didn't have an agent at that time. He just now got an agent a couple of weeks ago, which doesn't make sense to me. Why you go into a point in your career where it's contract extension negotiation time and you don't have an agent? That makes no sense to me.
That make no sense. That make no sense at all.
So that's That doesn't make sense. And then two, he's going to end up playing this season on a franchise tag for $16.1 million when he could have been playing for $23 million and some change, which would have put him above Trent Williams. So let me ask you this, fellas. On the left tackle list, I don't have Orlando Brown at the top, but the Chiefs were willing to pay him at least for the next 2 years as the top left tackle.
Because his value to them, he's on the top, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
we're not saying you're better than Trent Williams, but your value to us is top notch.
Yeah,
and Anthony Bates, he's missing training camp. When you don't want to go through training camp. Revis did that shit. When you're one of the tops at your position, fuck training camp. Just be ready for he'll be ready. He's a good pro. He'll keep himself
ready for the regular
shape.
season.
He knows the scheme. He'll be there ready to rock.
Unfortunately,
was it Orlando Brown that got the gun charge? Was that Orlando Brown or no?
I haven't seen
I'm not
anything.
sure.
No, that's Frank Clark.
Yeah.
No. Somebody just caught somebody just got arrested at LAX, I think it was, for a gun.
Oh, that was I can't remember who it was. I just saw that last week on ESPN. I can't remember who the player was.
Was it Henry Ruggs?
No. First of all, no. Henry Ruggs got a lot of other stuff.
You have to
gotta
see
worry about.
daylight to see LAX, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't seen daylight.
He trying to be the manslaughter charge, bro. Vehicular manslaughter charge. He got other shit to worry about.
That's why he had the gun. I don't know.
No. But Orlando Brown.
I gotta tell you, you guys will appreciate this.
Yeah.
A couple of my buddies came over the other day, and one of the guys who came is best friends with AJ Dillon. I told you I FaceTime AJ Dillon a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. So we're playing spades Saturday night, and I ended up with like 7 spades, 4 clubs, 1 diamond, and 1 heart. So I called, like, everyone looks at me, and then after I ran the hand out, I ended up taking 8. And the dude, Sharon, looks at me and goes, damn, yo. I go, I know. I go, my hand was so dark, I was actually scared of it. He gave me the side eye, and he's like, all right, that one's good. Hell yeah. Zach Wilson was the GOAT.
That came out audibly. My bad. It was, I said it up here. Came out audibly.
I see chlamydia doesn't change your shit.
Well, the
it changes the way you sit down. It may not change the way you think.
But the antibiotics will change your shit. You're doing number 1 out of number 2. Allegedly. I read
allegedly. But I don't know. Look, I commend Orlando Brown for taking a risk because he wants full guaranteed money. I get it. But to me, it's a huge gamble to take.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, bro, he plays left tackle. He can get hurt at any moment.
Yeah. Though, man, you don't go through all this time without an agent, and then now you're gonna take a risk. You know what I'm saying? You should have came.
Look at Lamar Jackson. You know, Lamar ain't got one either.
Yeah, his mama.
But hold on. But Lamar Jackson got more leverage. He has a lot more leverage than Orlando Brown would.
I mean, he needs an agent too, but no.
He needs an agent. I agree with that.
This might be agent related, the turn down, because
it may be.
If you sign the agent after the season, you gotta play a year before your agent gets paid.
No, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I think your agent can't just show up and you sign a contract the next day and that agent gets paid.
Yeah.
Now, if you do the 1 year on the franchise tag and you wait till next offseason, now that agent gets his commission.
Okay.
Which is a true point, because that might be, but because I'm willing to bet that the agent went to Orlando and was like, hey, bro, let's hold out to next year. Hey, the cap money's going to balloon. You know, the revenue. Hey, look at the TV deals coming in. That you got a chance of getting more money next year. Let's wait. You know, obviously he might be saying that for ulterior motive because he wants a bigger percentage of a higher contract.
It's all business, man.
It's all business. So I wouldn't be surprised if the agent has said that, and to keep it that way. All I'm saying is a risk. That's a huge risk to go down from $23 million at the highest paid at your position to playing 16 on a prove it pretty much contract year on a tag. Yeah. And it's literally a gamble, because look at how Le'Veon Bell played his way out of a lot of money and trying to bet on himself. And look, I think Orlando Brown is good. He's necessary because you got to keep Patrick Mahomes upright. Right. But look, he's putting a lot of risk in himself, especially in this sport where it takes one bad hit for his career to possibly be over. And you stuck with 16 million when you could have had 23 plus. Right. And Anthony, I did hear that his mother is his agent. The only beef I got with that is his mother, did she go to school to be an agent? Did she
No, it's how you get your mother paid without taking it out of your pocket.
Well, true.
It works.
10%. He signs a $250 million deal. His mom just made $20 million. It's better than buying her a house.
Right. Well, yeah, it's cool if it works.
Yeah. Like, Mom, I'm gonna get you $20 million. It'll work. Do shit. I'm just gonna put your name down as my agent, and then you get a percentage of it.
Which is a good strategy. But I'm saying, like for Lamar, it to me, he'll get his contract, because what's the alternative in Baltimore? What's the alternative?
Nothing.
Retire.
Nothing.
You give him motion sickness.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Baltimore Ravens alternative that's not Lamar Jackson is day and night. I mean, that team is that they won't be the same without Lamar. That team is built.
Oh, he got leverage. Don't get me wrong, he got leverage.
The offense has been around Lamar. To me, I think his leverage, and you know who messed it up for him? Cleveland did. Cleveland messed it up for Baltimore. They did. Cleveland messed it up. No, Cleveland messed it up.
A black mother is the best agent. You don't think my son is worth this? I can't say the other word, so I'm going to say this. You all know what I mean.
Hey, you don't think nigga worth
it? Hey, you got a point, though. Hey, your mama go in there and argue for his baby now.
Oh,
She going to go in there arguing for her baby. That's without a doubt. But my thing is that with Lamar being so intricate to what the Ravens do on offense, that's where he has the leverage over Orlando Brown. See, people got to remember, Orlando Brown is only in Kansas City is because what? He played left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens when Stanley got hurt. He did a good job, but Baltimore said, "Hey, yeah, we gave the money to Stanley, but we got to move you back to right tackle. He's coming back." And he said, "No, I don't want to be a right tackle. I want to be a left tackle." Obviously, that's where the money's at.
Right.
And so he needs Kansas City just as much as Kansas City needs Orlando Brown. And that's why I'm just kind of shocked that they couldn't able to get the contract done. But I mean, I look, I understand both sides of it. The way that the Chiefs wrote the contract up, they're pretty much saying, "Hey, you'll be the highest paid tackle for at least the next 2-3 years. After that, pretty much it was going to be incentive based." Right. And that's what deterred him. But to turn down $23+ million a year and a $30+ million signing bonus, to me, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's something different, man. To me, that was different, man. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. NFC East.
So we got the Washington Redskins. And yes, I'm calling it that because I said to Matt earlier when we spoke on the phone, I got to look at the Florida Seminoles to march a guy out there on a horse with a spear before every game. There's no reason I can't call them the Redskins. So when you look at what they did in the offseason, they lost Andrew.
Hey, hold on. Take it back. Let's start at the Giants because they were bottom of the barrel. Let's start at the Giants. They at the bottom of the.
We talk about the Giants longer with Matt here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We'll do Washington first, and then we'll run it out with Matt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that'll be easier on my end too. That's good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Their losses, right? They lost Brandon Scherf. They lost the right guard, who gets hurt a lot, but I could see why they didn't want to pay him that money.
Right.
They lost Will Jones. They lost DeAndre Carter, wide receiver. They lost Jamil Douglas. They lost Kyle Allen, the backup quarterback. Not major losses on their team because their team wasn't that great. Matt Ioannidis, interior D-line, they lost. You look at who they brought in. Obviously, they made the move to get Carson Wentz, who I thought they should have went with Heineke because I don't think Wentz changes your franchise at all. I think you guys agree with that.
Fitzpatrick retired.
Yeah. And they still had Heineke, and I thought you'd ride it out one more year with Heineke. They brought in a left guard, Andrew Norwell from the Jaguars, F.A. Ubada, edge from the Bills, Alex Erickson, wide receiver from the Panthers, interior D lineman, Justin Hamilton from the Broncos. So not a very overwhelming offseason, right?
Yeah.
You look at their draft. I thought the draft sucked.
Yeah,
Really did.
I don't think they
thought
did
their
anything
draft
crazy.
was piss poor. When you look at, give me a second, let me get back to that. Commanders draft. There we go. Nope. Not a mock draft. Stupid goddamn.
Hey, while you look for that, I will say this: they did bring in Sam Howell, quarterback from North Carolina.
4th round.
Yeah.
I believe.
So I'm actually, if you add him to the quarterback room, Sam Howell there. You obviously got Tyler Heineke, Tyler Heineke, who's already been there, so he knows the team, knows the offense, and you bring in Carson Wentz. Now, obviously on paper, Carson Wentz, talent-wise, you say is probably the leading candidate to get that job. All right.
Hey man, listen, I'm not gonna like every team's moves. I don't like their draft. I don't like taking Dotson at 16. They take Darian Mathis, an interior D lineman, in round 2. They draft Brian Robinson, who I like, but you got Gibson already at running back. So I like what Gibson does.
And Gibson does well for them.
That's why the pick is head scratching. Like I don't get it. You had
Hey, add this to it, Nick. Not only does Gibson does well for them at running back, they got a Swiss Army knife in J.D. McKissick, who's been
that's the other one I can think of.
Yeah.
Who has been a great
scratch.
receiving running back.
You know, they bring in Hal, they bring in Percy Butler. I don't know. I think the draft is very underwhelming. Now, granted, games got to be played, roles got to be given, jobs got to be won. So you there's always guys you don't expect who, maybe translate better to the NFL and a scheme than they did in college. It happens all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
No-name guys come up because they just fit that system perfectly,
Right.
which is credit to scouting. So maybe these guys see something I don't. I'm not a professional, but I do spend a lot of time on this shit. And I just thought it was very, very underwhelming draft. So you combine that with an underwhelming free agency class, losing guys like Scherf, bringing in Norwell. Like basically the Jaguars got rid of Norwell to bring in Scherf. They win that move, right? Like if you're comparing the two, I know he gets hurt a lot. And that's a reason probably Washington was hesitant to give him big money, which makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go from Scherf and you downgrade to Norwell. I don't like it. Like I don't like. They didn't move the needle in the offseason. At best, they stayed where they were, which is
7-10. They were 7-10 last year.
Yeah. So I think that they haven't made any great moves for the future. You're looking at an organization who also has some shit going on with their owner off the field.
Yep.
You may be penalized draft picks in the future. So it's a team that when you're looking at the Eagles and you're looking at the Cowboys, you might be looking up at the Giants this season too, because I don't like what they did. Now you signed Terry McLaurin to his deal, was 3 for 74, 3 for 78. Anthony, if you know the numbers, please comment. But I don't think they did anything to close the gap between Philly and the Cowboys. And I just think that that's a fair assessment of what they did. And you can be the biggest diehard fan in the world,
but you got to be realistic about the team, man.
You can look at it and say, they can compete in the division. If anything, I think they go back, and you're probably looking at a 5-12 team this year, to be completely honest.
It was three years, pretty much $70 million contract, pretty much.
370.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew it was somewhere in the 70s.
30, pretty much 34 of it was guaranteed at sign.
Which is great. He's a great player, right?
Pretty much annual was $23 million.
That team will go as their D line goes.
Yes.
You got 4 studs on the D line. You got Young coming back. That team is going to go as that D line. If that D line can go dominate an offensive line, they got a chance in games.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you can look at Carson Wentz and rely on him to play 10-win football. No. I just don't see it. So the trade makes no sense because you give up assets to get a guy that's not going to get you over the top. I would have wrote out Heineke. Maybe Heineke shits the bed. You have a 2-3 win season. Now you go get a stud quarterback next year, and you have more assets to put around him because you didn't give up a trade for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
It's not like Indy getting Matt Ryan is better than Washington getting Wentz, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. That first of all, Indy upgraded and Indy upgraded once they got Matt Ryan and got rid of Wentz. Here's my thing with Carson Wentz going to Washington. I agree with you 100%, Nick. It's not a move that's going to move the needle and elevate them to another level. It just doesn't. I mean, I think we've all been very candid on how we feel about Carson Wentz and his actual, not his playing abilities, it's his durability and his mental capacity of where he's at. Like he has to learn how to be that guy. It's not like the talent not there. And that's what drives me crazy about Carson Wentz. I think the talent is there. It's can he finish the game? They got Paris Campbell. They got Michael Pittman Jr. They did have T.Y. Hilton. They're talking about re-signing him. But they at least got two decent receivers on Indy. And they got Mo Alley Cox at tight end, who's an underrated tight end.
How about they got Jonathan effing Taylor?
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Last time Matt Ryan had a resemblance of a running game, they went to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yep.
Matt Ryan is a very, very underrated player. Julio Jones was a top receiver in the league for years.
No, he just has chlamydia. That's all. Don't worry, he ain't dead. He shot a penicillin. He in there. He good. But no, look. Why I agree with you 100%, and I agree with Anthony's comment about Washington. It's going to be pretty much the defense. Where's the defense is going to take them? They need to get back to what they did 2 years ago when they gave Tampa Bay all that they could handle in that wild card game.
Because their D line was able, and you had the unknown factor of Heineke, right?
Yeah. The unknown factor.
That kid came out and played phenomenal, and I give Washington all the credit in the world for that game because that playoff run the Bucs had, Washington played them the closest,
the best. Yeah, they played them the best.
Super Bowl against Kansas City, the NFC Championship against the Packers. Washington played them the tightest. Look at the Giants when the Giants won 2 Super Bowls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their D-line enabled them to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Because when you can get to the quarterback in the NFL, and I say it all the time, it's like a broken record. When you can get to the quarterback with 4 and you can cover with 7, you're at a great advantage.
Great advantage.
You can drop the linebackers to cover the slant. You can play man on the outside, and then you can drop your linebackers to cover the slants. You can overplay the outs as a corner because you know you got help on a slant.
Mm-hmm.
So schematically, what a great pass rush allows you to do. Opportunities are endless for a creative defensive coordinator.
What Matt got going on? He like, give me a seizure.
But no, but you bring up such a great point because it's
all I do, bro. I'm glad you finally pointed that out. I'm gonna cut that down into an audio clip. That's gonna be my alarm when I wake up.
Oh my God!
It's gonna say.
You got a good point, Nick.
Morning, right?
Well, but I'm saying, look at Ron Rivera. Since he's been coaching in the NFL, he's always been about the basics, especially on defense. Like, let's make sure he's always coached great defenses. When he was in Carolina, he had great defenses. When he first got to Washington, They did what they did. You know what I'm saying?
They do
Like
in Carolina, Chris
Yeah.
Jenkins, Julius Peppers, like they put great investments.
Charles Johnson, all of them. Yeah, it's get after the quarterback. Get after the quarterback. And I'm not worried about the defensive side with Washington. I'm worried about, can the offense bring enough to spell the defense that they're not on the damn field the whole damn game. Because if you really look at what's been Washington's problem is they can't get that same sustainability on the other side of the football. If they can't convert on third down, can't sustain drives, can't put points on the board, you know, I don't care what defense. You can have the 85 Bears or 2,000 Ravens on defense. Well, okay, I'm going too far because those defenses scored. So let me reel it in. So if you got a good defense, it means jack shit in this type of NFL, which is so pass driven, if you can't be off the field because your offense is not on the field and they're not sustaining drives. So,
and when you look at the rest of their defense, you got Chase Young, Payne, Allen, and Sweat up front, right? 4 first-round picks.
Oh, yeah.
So we know where they butter their bread on this team. We know
in the trench,
the driving forces, right? It's that. But now, Anthony asked a question before. Name a wide receiver on the Colts. I asked you guys, not Anthony in the chat, because obviously he knows this. Name somebody on Washington's back seven. Name somebody who starts in their secondary or their linebackers. I'd be very impressed if you knew somebody.
I can't.
I'll be honest. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I can't.
I can't.
Cole Holcomb, Jamin Davis, David Mayo, Kendall Fuller.
No, I know Kendall Fuller.
We know him, but you couldn't name him. You didn't know he was there.
I forgot. No, I forgot he went back to Washington.
You don't know him as a Washington guy. Like, you know the name. Wasn't he in Kansas City?
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with us.
That's
but
why
I forgot
you know
he went
him.
back. I forgot he went back because we traded for him when we gave them Alex Smith, and he came over. And so I forgot he went back. Like, I literally, like, had you not said that, I wouldn't even remember that.
And you only know him from a Chief. You don't know him. Oh, yeah, I remember this, what he did on Washington.
And he was solid for us, too.
Cameron Crowe and Bobby McCain are your safeties. And you got William Jackson the third. I don't know the first or the second, so how the fuck am I going to know the third? So, yes, you need that D-line to dominate. Can they? 100%. And when you can get to the quarterback, all these other guys can be set up to succeed. But I'd be shocked. If this team wins more than 6 games, I'd be shocked. I do love the receivers with McLaurin, Samuel, Dotson. Speed fits what they do. I thought they could have maybe traded back a little bit, got some other assets from what they gave up for Wentz, and then took him. And I love Logan Thomas as a tight end, but he's like a Brandon Scherf at tight ends. He's very, very difficult to get this guy on the field for a full season.
You still got McKissick too. I think he's a good weapon.
McKissick is there, and then Brian Robinson's the third.
Yeah.
So
third
running back in round 2, in round 3, to take your third running back on the depth chart in round 3 when you have so many other needs is a head scratcher to me. I might end up being a star in a year or two, and you might be able to move Gibson for a haul because this guy takes over. I like the kid that much. But at this point in time, man, too many other needs, especially on the O-line after letting Scherf go.
Man,
a lot of head scratching moves, man. They were drafting as if they were at a stripper party in Washington.
No, because you bring up a great point. Look, you bring in Curtis Samuel last year. He couldn't stay healthy. You brought him in to be your number 2 wide receiver to help you out with Terry McLaurin. So obviously you re-sign McLaurin. You get Johan Dotson in the draft. Now, if Curtis Samuel can stay healthy, that's a decent little wide receiver core. It is.
You still got Carson Wentz.
Still got Carson Wentz.
For me, that's the whole key to this thing. Because if you look at
like Kyle Hamilton, he was sitting right there for you. Kyle Hamilton was sitting right there for you. I didn't get that.
No. Hamilton went at 14 to Baltimore. Washington picked at 16.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. If you translate what Matt Ryan is and what Carson Wentz was last year, he had good running back, good running back. Carson Wentz did. He had a good front four. Carson Wentz had that. He had, he had the pieces and still to produce. He has similar pieces here. So what makes he gonna do any better, or not the same here in Washington?
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing that after you watch the losses that Wentz gave you last year and losing to Jacksonville in Week 17, and played like shit. Nick, I don't know how you could watch that film and be like, "We got to go get that guy."
Well, on top of that, he had a coach that's supposed to be the coach that helps all quarterbacks.
The coach that he was with when he played his best.
Yeah, he had his MVP season. Yeah.
When that coach that traded for you, because he was your quarterback coach when you played your best football, says, I'm giving up on you after one season.
Yeah.
Let's do some topical shit.
Lot.
Red flag.
Red flags all over that
red flag.
I don't see what Washington saw. What did Washington see?
I don't either. I don't. And
they must have shipped on signing some young women.
He's a very loyal viewer of our show and comments all the time, but it's a major head scratcher this entire offseason, top to bottom to me. Like I can't.
I'm with Nick.
I can justify any shit, right? You guys will take any take. You'll take any side of a take, throw it at me, and I'll just take the other side because I can see logic in it. I don't see logic in their offseason. I really, really don't.
They better, like Nick said, they better off with Taylor Heineke. They better off with that and build around what they have and wait and get another quarterback the following year. Because even with Sam Howell,
you want to take a wide receiver in round one,
right?
Build around the young guy, have more assets, and give him a chance.
Hold on.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, even with that, even when you get Sam Howell, now he could turn out to be a decent quarterback in the NFL, but you messing him up because you're sitting behind Carson Wentz, who's known to be injury prone. So say he gets hurt, and you say, okay, we throw Sam in there.
But you're saying it. Somebody got to be ready.
I'm saying, but you're a rookie, man. You mess him up. He might be somebody who needs to sit behind somebody for a while and learn to be a better quarterback. So
I hear you on that. But what I'm saying
is wasting talent. But go ahead.
What I'm saying is it gives Sam Howell a chance to show that, hey, don't worry about the quarterbacks in the draft next year. Let me be your future and build around me. So
but if you mess him up before he gets a chance to do that.
Sam Howell's a guy that a lot of the mocks, and you guys know how obsessed, you and the viewers know how obsessed I am with mocks and getting different people's takes and opinions. Sam Howell was a late round 1, mid round 2 projection by a lot of experts. So you got good quality.
Anthony,
value when you're picking the fourth. I'm not saying he's going to take over the world, but
Anthony, I don't know if I can agree with that, bro.
Okay.
Colts won 11 games with damn Philip old ass Rivers.
Hold on.
I can't agree with that. Had their quarterback position set. They didn't protect Andrew Luck, and now the roster is good enough to not get a top 5 pick. The roster is so good.
His roster's too good.
And the Jets helped build that roster. When the Jets went from number 6 up to number 3, they gave number 6 overall, which they took Quentin Nelson, and they gave 3 number 2s within 2 years to move up 3 spots to take Sam Darnold. So that team is so well put together. They're up there with the Browns. Before this year, the Browns. Great roster.
Yeah.
If you take away the quarterback position.
Anchor at quarterback. Great roster built around the anchor at quarterback.
Can ball.
Yeah, they can.
That Colts offensive line is elite. That Colts running back is elite. They've been trying to throw darts at a board blindly on veteran quarterbacks because they know the rest of that roster is good enough to carry the quarterback. They don't need the quarterback to carry the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair to the Colts, they went from Luck to Jacoby Brissett was the first year, right?
Yeah, Brissett was the first year.
Who we knew they didn't have a choice with that. So they say, okay, let's go with Phillip Rivers, veteran, who was just too old. So they had to move on from him. So to me, it wasn't like they saying, okay, quarterback, because they just making these quick decisions. They like, okay, Phillip was old. What are we gonna do with that? He retired. So they had to get somebody in there. So they thought, let's try Wentz. 1 year Wentz was like, I can't do nothing with that. Move on, because like to Nick's point, we had too good of a roster to waste on Carson Wentz. You
And
see, he didn't work
they
out.
believe so much in their roster that they're trying mediocre quarterback after mediocre quarterback because they think they can win it with that defense and run game and that O-line, which they might be able to. San Francisco made the Super Bowl, but I don't want to spend too much time on them. I know we're late in the show and we didn't even get to the Giants yet.
Yeah, let's get to the Giants.
But yeah, I think Washington is competing to not be last place in that division. Like,
yeah,
I agree.
The Giants still have some issues, but moving on to the Giants, there's not. I mean, you have number 5 and number 7 in the draft, and I think they got lucky.
Kevin
The players that fell to them in a good way.
They get Kevin Thibodeau and Evan Neal, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, we just added you back to the show. Are you good? We're going to talk Giants.
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Do you want to kill your camera? Because it's like.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm about to go in the house.
Keep your mic on if it's like in your pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way you can still talk with us.
You give me a seizure.
But yeah, it looks like a disco ball going off here in the club.
All right.
Disco fever.
Give me one.
Fever.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Call Matt the keyboard killer. He's gonna fucking kill all of us with these light flashes.
Disco fever.
Go ahead, Nick.
So when you look at the Giants draft, everybody knows I wanted Thibodeau, the pass rusher for the Jets at 4.
Right.
Before we signed Tomlinson, I thought Neal was a very strong option for the Jets. And when you look at the value of getting, you take Thibodeau at 5, and now you know it's Carolina and then you. You would have had your choice between Ekwonu and Neal. So you take the edge rusher knowing one tackle's going to go because we pick again in 2 picks. So only one elite lineman's going to go. We're guaranteed an elite lineman. Perfectly executed draft by the Giants.
Yep.
I absolutely think that they had the best round 1, better round 1 than the Jets, because you know how big I am with guys in the trenches. And if you can protect the quarterback, which now you're in a better position with Neal, who's a monster, and great things are coming out of East Rutherford about him already.
Right.
And then you add Thibodeau, who talent-wise, elite. Charisma-wise, maybe even more elite. The Giant fan base is going to love these 2 guys for a very long time. Like, I'm not going to show any hate because if people think there's a Jet-Giant rivalry. There's not. I root for the Giants every time they play a team in the AFC. I root for them when they play the Cowboys and the Eagles. When I look at this team, I think they're still going to be a top 5 pick next year. I think that Daniel Jones, you're moving on from. And I think that the greatest thing for the Giants this year is what the Jets did 2 years ago. Play all your young guys, get them experience, hope for a top 5 pick, land one of these, what I think are 3 franchise-changing quarterbacks with Young, Stroud, and the Kentucky kid, whose name escapes me. Forgive me. I'm actually excited about the Jet season, so I haven't started studying for the draft next year yet. So this is foreign territory for me. You've got a new coach. You got a new GM. They're on the same page. I think Brian Dable is a very, very good offensive mind. I think he will be very good long-term for the Giants. But I do not see success for this team this year. You're dealing with some bad contracts from the previous GM, Gettleman, that you're trying to clear up. You're not structured to win. You made great strides with that. With you hit an edge rusher and a left tackle in the same draft, you set your franchise up for success long term.
Yeah,
it might not be immediate, but it's going to be a very, very good team. And they're building what the Jets wanted to build. They're going to be strong in the trenches. They're going to get rid of these bad contracts. You know, they got rid of Bradbury already, right?
Yeah.
The receiver, Galladay.
Yeah, he's still there.
Galladay,
he's still there.
The contract sucks.
Yeah, the contract is terrible.
The Jets' backup tackle had more touchdowns than Galladay did last year. That's how ineffective he was. The 4 months.
Whatever, Nick.
We finally got Matt's camera to sit still, and now he gets up and walks away.
All right.
I'm being honest. Like you paid all that money for a guy, and the four of us had as many touchdowns combined as he did.
But he had the same problem in Detroit, though. That's why I understand why they even. I mean, good for Detroit to get rid of him, but I understand why the Giants took on that, seeing that he didn't stay healthy in Detroit. Why would you? Yeah, the potential is there because when he was healthy, he showed flashes, but he didn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I understand why I didn't understand the contract for
Barkley,
New York.
I mean, Barkley, you have a running back who tears his ACL in his first 4 years. You're not giving that guy a long-term deal. I would try to trade him this year, maybe a team with a contender by September or training camp. I would not be surprised if Barkley gets dealt because the organization wants to get something in return for somebody that they won't view as a long-term piece to their regime.
Right.
And you don't.
What you say, man?
You do not take a fucking running back that early.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm good.
Hey, you ready, Matt? Oh my God!
Everything that I said, I think honestly, I think Matt has to agree with a lot of it. He might not like it as a fan because we all want our teams to do well, but I think if Matt gives an honest opinion, he's going to say I'm right about a lot of the shit. But fuck you, Nick. I don't like it because I want to be hopeful.
I just want to say fuck you, Nick. That's all.
All right, number one, I just threw on Arizona just for the shit of it, for the fuck. So fuck you, Mel. Here's my Arizona.
It's the late night show because he's going to be doing laundry from all these wardrobe changes.
No. I got a little man that I got to do laundry every day for anyway. So he changes like 5 or 6 times. No.
As the Giant fan, we brought you on. You heard everything I said, right? You had the headset on the whole time for everything?
Yep. Yeah, I heard it all. Yep.
Let's kick it to the Giant fan first. Give us your rebuttal.
All right, here's my rebuttal. Number one, Yankees got the best record in baseball. Fuck you. Let me get that out the way. No, with the New York Giants, it all starts at the top, with the ownership, okay? They went, they swung and missed a few times when it came to coaches over the last couple of years. GM Gettleman suck balls. Mm-hmm. So
a lot of the moves that Gettleman made, you could say, scream and reek of desperation.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of like what we had with McCagnon, right? Giving Mosley $18 million as a middle linebacker, signing Le'Veon Bell, Bradbury, Galladay. Desperate moves by a guy who knew his window was closing and gave out awful contracts. Either A, they hit and you look great, or B, you ain't here when it's a fucking problem and ended up being me.
Yeah. My thing is with Galladay, I like that they went and signed him for the money. That the money was a little too much, but they haven't had nobody other than a big target like a Plaxico Barres. So they at least so they did need a big target. The money, that was a little too much for the money. But you need a quarterback, number one. That he is the catalyst to your whole team. Daniel Jones in a quarterback position, he has been borderline terrible. Okay, he's not even mediocre. The guy sucks. So
I got tackled by a blade of grass.
Right.
That's exactly.
Hey, Matt.
That's the Giants' version of the butt fumble, the dick stumble, because he had a chip on something.
Hey, but Matt, here's the glorious thing. You're about to have the Tyrod Taylor curse. So, fortune is actually a fortune. If you get Tyrod Taylor on your team, you're about to get you a franchise quarterback. It's about to happen. Because every time he's on a team, he gets replaced with a franchise player who's going to end up becoming their quarterback for the future. Happened in Cleveland, got replaced by Baker. Happened in L.A., he got replaced by Herbert. So, get prepared to go ahead, look in the draft, get your crystal ball, find out which one you like the most, because he's coming to New York.
There was talk.
We gotta watch this.
Ain't nobody watching that bullshit. Get that bullshit out of here, man.
Look, a fucking backwards blind dunk.
Hey, we don't give a fuck. We're talking New York Giants. All right.
Don't get mad because the greatest dunk you've ever seen is by a white guy.
in non-competition. Yeah. Anyway, Matt, to your
The
Giants.
greatest dunk is by Tom Chambers on the Suns. You remember that shit?
Go ahead, man.
Hey, Anthony said your quarterback is a better runner than your running back.
I don't remember the last time I saw Barkley run 64 yards. So let's be real.
Oh, all right, here we go. Still shitting on my team and even fucking talking yet.
We shit on everyone's team that's not good.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Matt. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead, man.
Matt.
Go ahead.
Am I allowed to talk, Nick?
Yeah, go do your thing, man. Do your thing.
All right, yeah. No, I was reading over the weekend, possibly being linked to Jimmy G for a quarterback.
That should be good.
You know,
Nah,
I
not worth it.
That's an upgrade.
you know what?
Great.
It is worth it depending on what you get for him, because you're going to give up like a third or fourth round to get the guy. You're not going to get anything high, for him. So why not? Because Daniel Jones is not the answer. Okay, they didn't pick up his fifth-year option on him. So this season is, you either show me that, you're a quarterback or you could get to stepping.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
And I think their plan is you'll see some trades before the trade deadline. Barkley, one of them. If you get somebody to take Galladay, if they get an injury on like a great team, they
You
might
get a
pay
three-way
for Galladay. But
you
I
get a
think
three-team
you make
trade
a
with
couple
Barkley.
moves- You make a couple moves in season that allow you to get extra picks next year. Maybe you end up with a 3 for Barkley if someone's desperate, or like a 3 and a 5. And now you're getting more picks where if you end up winning a couple games and you're picking from like 4 to 10 and you got to move up into the top 3, you're going to need assets. And I think that the greatest thing that the Giants can do this year is compete, lose close games, get a top pick, because Seattle's quarterback hungry. Washington might be quarterback hungry. The Giants will be quarterback hungry. There's several teams that you look at this year, and you know that people are going to jump for quarterbacks in the draft. They're going to jump because these guys are all worth jumping for. So the more picks you can get, the better.
oh yeah, I agree with that. But the Giants, they do have weapons. As long as everybody is healthy, I do like their offensive weapons. They drafted the kid out of Kentucky, Wandale. That's it. Yes, they're talking big things about him. Kadarius Toney, if he's healthy, he's another little scat back.
Who they wanted to get rid of earlier in the offseason because he's a bit of a head case.
Yeah,
But that's another Gettleman pick, right? That's another thing that Gettleman fucked up with, and he was a very, very poor drafter.
Yeah, well, he with that pick, he was able to get, with the Gettleman move, at least he was able to fuck the team up. Is all he did.
Yeah,
that's really all he
missed
did.
that early,
you
that
know?
often. Like, imagine the Giants with the number 2 pick that year. They take Quentin Nelson, the guard. Now you got Andrew Thomas and Quentin Nelson, and Andrew Thomas might be better with Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, that's a better combination.
You know,
on your
like
line.
if you have that, I know it's crazy to take a guard at 2. I'd rather have a fucking guard nowadays with the athleticism of these interior linemen. I would rather have that elite guard. Like, you might be better off with an elite guard than an elite tackle, because at least you're protected up the middle and your quarterback ain't going to get crushed in his face.
Yeah, you take the best available guy at that point, whether it be guard, whether it be tackle, whoever's high on your board, that's who you go and grab. The Giants' offensive line has been terrible for upwards of 11 years now, 11, 12 years. Every year I've been screaming, they need to address the line in the draft. And Gettleman didn't do that. He was letting guards.
Had a great line with Snee and Deal and everybody. All those guys were like mid-round picks. They never spent a premium pick. They would build the pass rushers, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at the Giants finally using a round 1 pick on an elite lineman, you see the direction of the organization. You see what this team's going to want to build. Buffalo's got a very good line. Ball control, time of possession, convert third downs, be creative. That's what you're looking at with the future of the Giants.
Also with the Giants too, they have been lacking that stud pass rusher for many years. The days of Strahan and Tuck and Umanura, those days are over, and they haven't had anybody to replace those guys.
Yep.
Yeah, JPP too is another one. Yeah. You know, somebody.
What's his nickname? Handyman.
Hey, JPP is an example. Don't hold the fireworks on the 4th of July in your hand, dumbass.
Yeah.
That's it.
like Ray Lewis's boys know we gotta hold the knife. JPP's boys gotta know we should light off the M80s, bro.
Wow.
So Matt, we're a little bit in overtime, but just quick, you as a Giants fans, give me one thing that you want to see happen and things that you think need to change to get the things that you want to see happen.
Well, being a Giant fan, I want them to show me they're going in the right direction finally. You know, coming off a 4-win season, 5 wins, whatever the hell it was, you can't get no worse. Okay, so show me that you're
I'm a Jets fan. You can.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, you're that bad. You know, the only way to go is up. You know, so I did like their draft this year. You know, I was very impressed with the draft. As long as they could put it all together, I'm hoping. You know, 17-game season. I'm hoping for 6 or 7 wins if possible.
Right. If you're a betting man, if I gave you a 5.5 over under right now, what do you think is more likely? Try to be objective. Like if I give you I don't know their over under, but I figure it's down there.
Yeah.
You're hoping for 6 and 7. You think it's possible, or do you think it's like holy shit? Like every other team we played got injured and shit the bed. Like I think a lot of things would have to go the Giants' way. Extreme health on their end and extreme injuries on their opponents. Everybody
I can get to that. So if you gave me 5.5 over under, based on the schedule, if everybody's healthy, man, I'm only looking at 5 or 6 for them this year.
Best case
scenario.
So
best case scenario 6.
It could be worse, right?
Yeah, it could be. You know, but if these. But things can change. If Daniel Jones actually, I'm not saying he's going to turn into an elite quarterback by any measure, but if he could just play better.
The Vegas over under for them is 7.
So Matt hit it right on the head, 6 and 7.
I would not take the over on 7. That's for sure.
I think that's one of the best bets. There's a midnight money line for you guys right now. 7 wins for the Giants. I take the under in a heartbeat.
Yep, and like you said, I want them.
Vegas can look at what the Jets did and what the Giants have done, and the Jets be 5.5, and the Giants be 7. That blows my fucking mind. I wish I could parlay that. Giants.
Look at your offense.
Okay, Nick. It's okay, Nick.
Look at the Jets' offense. They don't have as many weapons, that are like veterans yet. Give the Jets another year or 2 and their weapons.
They're young. Their line could be elite. You bring in Pro Bowl. We'll talk about the Jets another time. We'll stay on Giants for now. We got plenty of time to discuss.
But the Giants, I would say, if you're telling me give you a number right now, I would tell you 6 and 11.
I
Fair.
think that's best case, to be honest. I think you split with Washington. I think you lose both to the Eagles and Cowboys, even though they're good, usually intense rivalry games. I think it all starts in the division, right? That's why the Jets have sucked. We haven't won a division game in like 4 years. So
hey, I tell you what, if the Giants are healthy and playing pretty good ball, they could beat Dallas. They could beat Philly. They're not.
Split.
Yeah, I see them splitting.
I can't see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to say they're going to sweep.
Hey, come on, Nick. It's the NFC East.
I know, but
come on.
It's possible. Still going to win 11 games to 11 to 12, maybe 13, because they're a good regular season team. I love what the Eagles did. We'll get into on that on Thursday, but I can't see it. I really, really.
There's nobody in the NFC East that I'm worried about that's gonna blow the doors off of everybody. Dallas is gonna be decent, but they're not.
In division, you got to say the Eagles and the Cowboys should be competing for the division, and it would.
They
should. They should.
Yeah, but what Dallas do, what Dallas does. Come on now.
Yeah, they both made the playoff last year, and I think they both got better.
Yeah, but Dallas do what
Dallas
does.
I'll take the Washington for over.
Dallas's defense is not good at all, man. They're really not that good.
They had a good season last year.
Commanders over under is 8. You're going over, Anthony?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they were at 7 wins last year. I think they're still a 7-win team, so that would be definitely under.
7 wins with Carson Wentz, though.
Yeah,
but hold on. Carson Wentz just got 9 wins with a damn Super Bowl caliber team, so he definitely can watch.
Okay, but you talking about Washington, boy?
I know Washington's not a Super Bowl caliber team, but I'm saying if he can get 9 with a Super Bowl caliber team, his ballpark should be around 6 or 7 with a mediocre team.
Tell me you smoke weed without telling me you smoke weed.
Dude, Carson Wentz is 1 hit away from retirement. So, right. But to say that he could get you 9 wins with Washington?
Oh no, I'm not saying 9. No, I don't know. I'm not going that far. I'm saying 6 or 7.
You know what I mean, Washington. Yeah.
6 or 7. Like if he can't get 6 or 7, you might as well go ahead and put his retirement papers after that year, because ain't nobody gonna want to pick him up. You can't get 6 or 7 wins with a Washington team that was already 7 wins before you got there. 5. Man, saying 5.
No, I said fuck because right away I opened up FanDuel to try to parlay the Giants under, Washington's under, and Philly's over, which is Philly's only 9.5. The Giants are at 7.5 on FanDuel right now. How the fuck do you look at those two teams and think that the Eagles are only 2 games better than the Giants? I'm not being a dick, Matt, but when you look at the rosters,
but hold on. I got a point, because you got to look at this. It wasn't too far ago, 2 years ago, when we was looking at Giants and Washington's defense in the same breath. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they both kind of dropped off last year. If Giants front four plays like they did 2 years ago, just like Washington's, they're a different team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talked about it in this show. We talked about it in numerous shows. You get after the quarterback, put him on his ass. You give your team a chance to play. The only caveat.
Sometimes making them move their feet and get uncomfortable is better than putting them on their ass, because then you can force them into a pick with bad mechanics and shit.
Hey, the only caveat I'm in being real about the Giants is Daniel fucking Jones. He's the caveat. Yeah, that's the caveat.
Which is why I'm betting the under.
Oh, definitely take the under. All right, y'all. We did a little bit of overtime because we needed to make sure that our boy Matt got to talk about his squad. But look, man, Matt,
I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Oh no problem, man. Hey, we appreciate Matt. Always a loyal fan to the show. He's been on the show numerous times. Been on the Late Night Hour show a couple of times. So, I tried to get Anthony on here. He didn't want to show face about his squad, but it's okay, Anthony. It's okay. It's okay. We'll catch you in the season. Matter of fact, but look, it's all good. We appreciate everybody tuning in, watching the show. Y'all come back now. You're here Thursday, episode 170. And we'll continue our NFC East preview. We'll talk about Cowboys and Eagles. Go ahead, Nick, and we'll sign it off.
During our time doing the show, a lot of things change, right? We discuss things, opinions change, stances might change. You know, our opinions may influence people. Something that did not change during the show, Matt, this is for you. The Yankees entered the show with the best record in baseball, and we're ending the show with the best record in baseball. So.
It's All-Star break, damn it, of course.
Enjoy tonight, Lamar. If you're doing the late night show,
of course.
I will be in after the Derek Jeter show, and we'll discuss it.
It's been real, y'all. Peace and love.
I will be on.